Again, welcome everyone to Westside Student Life and our club fair. And we're here to just give you some information about clubs and how you might want to join some. We're partnering with Ellensburg clubs as well. It's open to all CWU students. And today I'm going to start with Christine Henderson. She's the club advisor for the Law and Justice in NALA. And so I'll hand it off to you, Christine.
Yeah, thank you. I'm bummed because Sina was here and I think she's gone. So that was a bummer because she's part of the Law and Justice Club and NALA, or so we'll call it a CWU, Paralegal Association. CWU's Paralegal Association through NALA, National Association of Legal Assistants. We've been working on talking with community members, and we're also working with setting up some MOUs to be able to do pro bono legal clinics, so volunteer. And Law and Justice Club, we have been working on a project over the past year. And I'm very proud to say that I think we have every campus, a student from every campus that will be doing this presentation on systemic racism. We read 3 books. We had chats with, we didn't clear IRB, so we had chats with public officials and non-governmental officials. We analyzed policies. Well, let's see, what else? So we had chats, books. Oh yeah, 3 documentaries we watched. And the last week in April, we will be doing our presentation and inviting as many people as we can, community members, to share our learnings and recommendations for how the law and justice systems and criminal justice systems can begin to develop policies and ideas around systemic racism. So yeah, that's what we've been doing, and we welcome all. It doesn't matter what campus anybody's from. Yeah, that's the 2 big ones for the Law and Justice Department.
Oh, Christine, and also maybe talk a little bit, we were talking about those MOUs and how they can get experience as well.
Yes, right. Excuse me. So the MOUs and the legal clinics, right? So one of the big things for people aspiring to work in social services, government agencies, going to law school, being a paralegal, is working with those legal clinics and pro bono places like the Housing Justice Project. Let's see, Eastside, Bellevue legal clinics. What does that get you? That gets you very good experience, and that also gets you networking experience, right? You get to know people who are working in the community, and ultimately, hopefully, lead to your future goals and objectives, and help you get a job. Yeah, it's good for CWU. It's good for individuals. It's good for the community. It's good for the law and justice systems. It's a win-win for everyone. Did I give enough information there, Michelle?
Yes, you did. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Very helpful.
Yes.
Okay, so we will go with Megan, and thank you for putting it on your name, the club you're with. I think that's really helpful. If anybody else wants to do that too, it's really helpful too. But anyway, Megan, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I am the graduate student advisor for SWAP, which stands for Students with a Purpose. And Students with a Purpose, just to tell you a little bit about us, we were created with the intention of providing an outlet for meeting students with a strong passion for nonprofit and social entrepreneurship work and making a difference in collaborating with like-minded individuals by engaging in nonprofit related activities. So essentially we're looking at students cross-disciplinary, so it's an interdisciplinary club led by interdisciplinary students. So we have students from all 4 colleges who engage and lead with us. And we focus on bringing nonprofit professional development. So we've done a series of workshops on skills that could benefit you if you're interested in going to this kind of career field. We also have nonprofits from local and statewide, sometimes national, come in and talk about causes that they're passionate or working with, and they share with us internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities. And then among that as well, we like to focus on topics or challenges or barriers that exist for community engagement and how we can solve that for students, whether that be being a primarily virtual or online student and feeling separated maybe from an Ellensburg campus club. This last week, for example, we hosted a conversation with the incoming CWU president and first lady, James Woolpart and Sasha Woolpart, and we discussed about what it looks like for students to be civically engaged and civically minded, and what kind of barriers exist for Central students in that arena, and so what could be done in the future to help with that. So we're really about getting students engaged with the local community or the community that they're a part of. And then also just creating the space for students to have conversations about giving back and doing good within their own community. So I'm also gonna put in the chat really quick. We have a website, any of our social media links, and then also a contact sheet. So if you would like to be added to our email list or you'd like to know more about SWAP and how to join, you can reach out to us there. And this whole year we've been primarily virtual, but even when we're in person, we have a virtual component. So we bring in students and speakers through Zoom to join our sessions. So we are inclusive of all students on campus. So that's SWAP. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That's so helpful. Jeffrey.
Can anyone hear me? Oh, cool. My name is Geoffrey Odoch. I am the president of Westside International Club. And here at Westside International Club, we're still new. We started in the wake of last quarter. And we have also done activities like game nights after the finals and all of that, just to distress because of the finals. But we have planned to do a lot of activities in the future. And but aside of those activities, I just want to go over our purpose real quick. We intend to promote a cultural awareness. In this case, I mean, different cultures from different countries, where we would like to promote some of those awareness, because there are sometimes, you go around to other countries and then you needed some of those, CQs of really how to live in such a community. And so Westside International Club could be a good resource for that. We also encourage what we call the global student leadership, through this is to encourage a lot of students really engage on campus leadership and all that. And then we also promote intercollegiate relationship through student engagement from various majors. And so this means, regardless of your major, as long as you are at Central Washington University, especially on the West Side, we welcome everyone to come into our forum and also network with us, and also discuss some issues, whatever issues at hand, so that some of those issues are addressed accordingly. And then we also do networking. That one I just talked about it. And so we are not always, people who are strictly serious people. We like to enjoy fun stuff too. And so and that's why we incorporate the game nights and all of that. I'll be glad to answer any question at this point in time.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Elizabeth.
My name's Elizabeth, and I'm here representing the Anime Club along with Brandon. So we're one of the hobby clubs on campus, so we're pretty casual. We meet on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. and we just watch anime all quarter. So we pick 2 different shows to watch, usually 12 episodes each, on the second meeting of the quarter. And then we just watch those, and then we usually finish up just right before finals week. We also have an event night at some point in the quarter that happens on a Friday from like 6 p.m. to midnight, and we just watch a bunch of shows that all like adhere to whatever theme we chose for that night. So we did last quarter we did a 20th century anime event night, so that was pretty fun. It wasn't any anime I would have watched on my own, so that was kind of cool. You can find us on the Presence website, so the CWU Presence website, under Namakimono Anime Club, and then we have Twitter and Facebook at Club Namakimono. I'll put that in the chat so that you can remember that. But yeah, that's ours.
Awesome, thank you. Sounds like fun. That's really neat. Jacob.
I'll actually swing it over to Lene and have her talk about it first.
Okay, Lene.
Okay, that works. And I will, let's see, I've got 2 to speak about a little bit, so I'll speak on both. I'll speak on the marketing a little bit first and then get into that sport management, and then we can wrap in Jacob at the end. This works out perfect. So the first one I'll speak about is the Marketing Association, the Central Marketing Association. It is a business club, and we traditionally actually haven't had much access or much connection with Westside students because we meet in person. But obviously now that everything's gone to Zoom, it's made it better for us because there's more opportunity and we can really reach other people that are marketing students that haven't had that opportunity. So that's kind of been our goal, is to provide opportunity to people to be able to learn about, opportunities in the business world. Every year we attend the American Marketing Association conference in New Orleans. And over the summers, we fundraise together. We go to the Gorge and we sit in those really hot spaces, and you sell alcohol to people, but you really get to build and get to know the people that are in your club. And that's, it's a fun 18-hour weekend essentially. So some of the things that we like to do is we do a lot of tabling. We go to as many club events as we can, club fairs. And we bring in recruiters, we bring in other opportunities to connect, to get to know people. At Ferguson, for example, is one company that always comes in. So Marketing Association is a business club that is focused on helping you create business connections and providing opportunities to you that you otherwise wouldn't know about. And then that marketing conference that we attend is like a 3 or 4 day conference in New Orleans, another bonding opportunity with like 12 peers. Most times we get that funded because we work so hard. So those are some of the biggest pillars for that marketing club. Then to flip the script now and go to the Sport Management Association. That is a newer club. We're in like our second year of operations this year. And that's super exciting because since we're so new and we don't know what we can't do, the sky's the limit and we just keep trying to do everything. So when the pandemic, hit, we said, what can we do now? Sports stopped. So it was nice because it wasn't nice, but it was nice in that everybody working in sports had so much free time that we just bothered all of them. And so one of the things that we've tried to do is we meet weekly. We meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and we alternate between networking meetings amongst ourselves so we can get to know everybody else that's in the club. That's important, to know each other more than just their name and their screen. And then we have events where we're bringing speakers. We've had a couple different panels. We had a panel with sport agents in the MLB. We had a panel with just recently like women in sports, and we had people that worked college athletics. We had Jen Mueller, if people are familiar with any sport things, broadcaster, people with the Mariners, the 49ers. So what's super important to us is bringing in those connections and helping people that want to work in the sport industry learn more about it. That's the most important thing. Whether you know what you want or not, if you just show up, you'll be able to get, exposure to so much. And so we really try to bring in as many people as we can, whether I'm interested or not. We're always asking members and people on campus what you want to know about, bringing it in, especially with the sport management degree being new. We're trying to help bridge that gap and really make, something great for Central 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And the last thing that I'll say before I pass it over to Jacob is we're really, we try to be intentional about building everybody. So myself as president, I could get so much, opportunity to do so many things and lead a lot. But for me, it doesn't feel right to really lead everything on my own, or me and the VP. We want to make sure everybody's really getting something out of it. And we can all, when you put this on your resume, from top to bottom, in a sense, because nobody's a bottom. From top to bottom, everybody can speak on something. And so we try to be as interactive as possible. Everybody in our leadership team is leading a meeting. One of the things we implemented was like a training program where we can bring in a couple assistants, and we had a real program of a real interview process. And you brought in assistants for a 5-week program. They get like a crash course on the things that you're doing as the director of communications, as the director of marketing, as secretary, so they could actually, see what it's like to be in a leadership position. And then they can know, do I want to apply? Yes or no? Do I want to be a part of the leadership team? And so Jacob is one of the fine people that we had. That was one of our assistants, for that 5-week program last quarter. And I know I spoke a lot, but if he has time, if he could briefly, kind of speak about that opportunity and what that was like, in terms of being on the member side of the club.
Yeah, I can try and be quick too. And just to touch upon what Lene says, is the biggest thing in Sport Management Club that I've got to witness firsthand is opportunity. They provide so many different opportunities for you to actually succeed in an industry that is so competitive. So I was given this chance to become an assistant. I was the finance assistant, and it was a 5-week course. I was able to put on, or assist in putting on some of my some events with my supervisor. But then at the end of it, I was actually given the opportunity to put on my own event this quarter. We presented our ideas in a group at a member meeting, and mine was chosen. So I went from kind of just being a member to now I'm going to be running my own event in front of a lot of high school students. And it's just really exciting. And then also, like, I'm here at this meeting right now. I'm not in that assistant role anymore, but like the club is so inclusive that I'm still able to come here and share this all with you. So I really appreciate it. And that's just kind of a little bit about the assistant role.
Wow, sounds like some really great resume building opportunities that your club offers students, which really helps put them kind of a cut above the rest when you graduate. So great skills you guys are learning and building. It's awesome. Brandon, would you like to share your club?
Yeah, I'm also in Anime Club with Elizabeth, but since she already touched on a few things, I could also add to it. So we also hold game nights occasionally. So we would play games like Among Us or Cards Against Humanity or Jackbox. And also we hold quarterly movie nights. So we will watch an anime movie. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Cameron.
Hey everybody, my name's Cameron, and like I said, I'm here representing Math Club. We have really done our best to kind of like have a variety of different things, because obviously like mathematics is such a broad field and so many other fields. So sometimes we'll do collaborations with like the biophysics clubs, and we haven't done anything with the computer science club recently, but we're trying to kind of keep things broad like that. Some of the things we've done in the last few quarters have been getting guest speakers, past student graduates who are in graduate school, and not all of them are in graduate school for mathematics. A lot of them are just in different STEM fields, biology, computer science, physics, chemistry, just different kind of different branches of fields that use a lot of mathematics, economics. We try and kind of have fun, like for the week of Pi Day, we had like a pie baking thing. So kind of treat it kind of broad. We've also tried to focus on mental health in general, just because I know that sometimes, I know I joke about it, like when it's in the middle of the quarter and like you have a really high stress level with all your classes, and then you kind of, it's almost like like that hustle culture where you're like, yeah, I was up all night, barely got any sleep, but I got my paper done. And we just really try and take a break. Like last quarter, we did a couple like social distancing like walks around the campus and did some like geocaching events. It is tough being all online, but we've tried to do our best to. I feel like you know, as long as it meets the guidelines, so that it's kind of nice to have some type of in-person thing, as long as you know, we are going by the recommendations. What else have we been doing? I know there's more. I'm just having trouble thinking. We do a lot of like cryptography and like escape rooms, like virtual escape room and cryptography games. And we talk about a lot of different competitions. I know that this last March, so last month, I was involved in the mathematical modeling competition, which is like a 3-day competition where they give you like a problem. I think ours was come up with a solution for world hunger, and you have 4 days in which you have to write a up to 20-page paper modeling like your plan for the next like 10 years on how you would do something like that. I know that sounds kind of maybe scary to some people, but I think as like an aspiring mathematician as myself, it was really a cool, I definitely felt more of a mathematician than I think I ever have before, just because it kind of got us away from the regular in class, you kind of, you know, you're just kind of learning, listening to lectures, which is all great, but we try and find fun ways to use mathematics that aren't in the general lecture base that we all get so used to. So yeah, I mean, I'm willing to ask any questions. I didn't, I was told about this last night, so I didn't really know what I was coming into. I'm glad I showed up though. It's a lot of good information in here. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, thank you, Cameron. Yeah, I think this is awesome because we can definitely put this out there for our students and they can hear straight from you about your organizations and your clubs, which is really, really important. So I thank every one of you for sharing today and giving us information about your clubs, and what a great thing to do and to pass it along. So I really appreciate your time.
The Digital Marketing Club cannot come today. I will represent them to share a short introduction about the Digital Marketing Club. And if you guys have any question, I put their information in the chat box. You can go ahead and contact them or access to the link that I sent in there. So I'll go ahead and share it now. You guys see the screen? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the world is crazy right now. COVID has changed a lot of things, right? And one of the biggest changes that it's made to the job market is the need for digital marketing skills. The #1 in-demand skill in the job market right now is digital marketing. And luckily, there's a Central Washington University Digital Marketing Club that you can join.
We meet bi-weekly on Fridays at 3 p.m. over Zoom, and you can always find our Zoom link on our social medias.
If you want to learn more about how digital marketing can help you in your career, come see us. We'd love to have you.
All right, so that's the end of the video. And if you have any question, I already sent the I already sent the contact information in the chat.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And again, I just want to thank every single one of you for being here today and for representing your club.